Hello, you beautiful humans, and welcome back to another episode of Good Game Grabs. Today, we are on day one of our new video series. And if you guys didn't watch our last video, the announcement of our series happened there. And we are basically doing 3 weeks worth of only clothing reselling on eBay. Also, if this is your first time here, my name is Ray. I am a full-time reseller on eBay. My wife and I also part-time sell in a antique mall booth as well. Also, if this is your first time here, we basically do very little clothing. We really love media and general merchandise, but we do sell some clothing. This is our clothing right here in these boxes on these first 2 shelves. More on that in a minute though. We are going to talk about the setup for this series. So the premise is I wanted to push myself and see what it would be like to basically, be a full-time clothes lister. And I feel like 200 items a week is a pretty good goal to say that you're pretty well versed in clothing. And I thought 3 weeks time was a pretty ample time for me to get a taste of what that is truly like. Currently, we only list 10 to 15 items a day. And again, that mostly includes media and general merchandise. Obviously, we do some clothing. We have about, roughly about 130 to 150 pieces of clothing behind me that we've just accumulated over time. So it's not like we're a stranger to the clothing game, but we want to dive all the way in. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what our clothing situation currently looks like. We're going to go through the process and show you guys how it is and how we improve over these next 3 weeks, hopefully, and see if we can reach our goal of 200 clothing items listed per week. So starting off here in our inventory system, we have a bunch of boxes from Costco. We get these for free, and this basically has a bunch of labels on the front that signify the first number in the series of bagged clothing. Basically, we need to consolidate all these really quick because there is definitely some loose spaces in here. You can see that's not all the way full. That's not all the way full. So we definitely need to consolidate down, and then we'll get rid of this number right here, and it'll be a new number starting on each box. And that way we know what to pull in each box. This one actually is very old inventory. This one's not sorted. This is like some of the first clothing I ever listed, so it's not even in a bag. Also, if you guys are wondering what the individual bags look like, they're just plastic bags like this. We'll go over that in a second. And then we also have a little SKU number roll that we put our SKU number on to make a custom SKU for each listing. Pretty simple stuff, but if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, please hit me up in the comment section. This is our cobbled together listing station. This is one light that you see right up here. We have 2 lights right here. I've talked about these lights before. These are like a super Amazon special. They were maybe like 15 bucks or something like that. Highly regret getting these. Wish I would have gotten box lights. They're like 40 bucks for a pair off Amazon. Just skip these and go for the box lights. They're so much better. But it does an okay enough job. I also kind of wish that I didn't have a green background. I kind of wish I had a gray background, but it is what it is. So it works for the time being. Maybe we'll upgrade it later, who knows. But right after we take a picture, we literally turn right behind us, and this is like our little sink area where we kind of wash stuff, but I also just turn around after I take pictures. Here are my bags, here are my SKU numbers. So, I'll take a bag down, I'll put it on this table, I will put the piece of clothing in there, take a picture of the SKU number to have it for my safety net, if I do forget to write the SKU number in the actual listing itself. But then I'll take the bag with the SKU number on here, put it over into the next available box, and move on. Also, very obviously, we're going to have to clear out these 2 items of just miscellaneous crap. This is mostly just my project stuff and stuff that I hang on to, like NES controller stuff and NES plugs and all that, Sega, Xbox, PlayStation, all that stuff, computer stuff down there. All that stuff's probably going to have to move at some point because 200 items a week is kind of a lot. And then the whole process kind of starts right here. So this pile right here is anything over a pound. This thing right here is everything under a pound. And then that way I know how to price things accordingly. Of course, we already have a bunch of stuff sitting here that is already cleaned and ready to be listed. This was just clothing that's just been hanging out for a while. I purposely did that for this series because I wanted a little safety net on day one to help us get through in case we have some days where we don't have enough items from the bins. Okay, I'm already sweaty. Enough chit-chattering. Let's get into the episode. All right, guys, it is a Monday morning, the first day of the video series. We are at the bins, first trip to the bins. Little excited, little nervous, little dreadful. We're gonna get into it. Let's go. So far, I'm feeling okay. I got some new with tags Nike stuff. I got like a nice Nike hoodie, a bunch of Levi's that we need to go through more carefully, but it's more of a spray and pray operation as of right now. What the heck is this? Handy holder. But yeah, we're finding a lot of Old Navy so far, which kind of sucks. We're not that desperate yet. Found some Ariat jeans. These should do okay. If y'all don't know, St. Louis has been a soccer town for quite some time, and Scott Gallagher is a private soccer club that's been around for a long time. This is a Nike dry fit. Looks like it's in really good shape. We actually have a pretty decent card so far. I feel maybe 60 to 70% sure on most of this stuff. But yeah, we're looking good. Little Blondie t-shirt. We got some Cutter and Buck up there, polo. So not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. We're about maybe a quarter of the way to almost halfway through looking through all the bins. I don't even know if we're going to get through everything today, to be honest with you guys. I'm just kind of plugging along as much as I possibly can. What are these? These are kind of cool. Wonder Nation. Okay. They're just made to look cool. What brand is this Mizzou hoodie? That's going to determine if I get it. It's kind of cut. That sucks. This hoodie could be good. Man. Yeah, because if this is like a Nike or a Champ or something like that, this would be a good solid hoodie. I'm definitely going to say this right now. I am glad that I started doing this little challenge, this little series in the fall, or going into the fall, because gosh dang, it's so nice to not sweat my butt off in the bins. Y'all know how I have a knack for finding stuff that doesn't belong where it belongs in here. And there's an Instax Mini that was in the clothing, and I actually got a little excited, but I think it's broke because the lens is sticking out like that and doesn't have a battery cover on it either, so we leave it. So it's Monday, and I was like, I know I'm gonna run into Marcus. I did not see him in line, but he got here late.
I got her like at 8 o'clock on the dot. I have like 140 items to go out at the post office, so it took her a while to
that'll take a while. Yeah, but he just got back from basically South America. Yeah, South America, not Central America. But if you guys are watching this, stay tuned on Thursday, because we'll have the podcast and we'll talk a lot more about that, I'm sure. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so in efforts to not step on Marcus's toes any more than I need to, because I'm only getting, roughly 30 pieces, or I need 30 pieces a day. He needs a ton more. So we're going to go ahead and get to some homework time. But I'm feeling, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about most of the stuff I have. I do have to do some brand research on a couple things, but I'm feeling pretty good. Also, in an effort to not bore you guys with all of the regular stuff, I'm going to just show you some highlights of what we got. First up is this Y2K 2000 vintage St. Louis Cardinals button-up shirt. This is definitely going to be a wild card shirt. Santa Barbara, California, so like a very, recognized place, but it's got this cut neckline, and it's got like these double layered just in the sleeve though. Very weird. Single stitch on the arm and single stitch on the bottom, so it's definitely vintage. This is such an interesting thing. I'm really curious what we'll end up snagging for this. Got brand new with tags J. Crew tech shorts. Pretty good sell-through rates, and it looks like somewhere around, there was like between 25 and 15. It was 20, 20, 30, 35, 30, 42. This is like, yeah, this is the exact pair right here, actually. 42 bucks. Great find right here. Speaking of brand new with tags, we have brand new with tags American Eagle board shorts here. Pretty much almost the exact same comp. I mean, very similar pattern, very similar length as well, but it went for $20 with 4. Let's see if we can find the exact one. Yeah, a decent sell-through on these. Probably not gonna, yeah, there's another similar one for 23, best offer was 6, so gonna do pretty good on this one. These Levi 527s have over 2,100 sold in the last 90 days. Really good condition. You know, there's a lot of competition, of course. There is like a similar amount of currently listed, but these should fly, especially because the condition's so nice, and it's a good stain too. Well, I think we have 30 items around, maybe. We'll see. Let's get out of here. So before we start this wash though, we are going to add up all of our items, which we had 34 total, including one hat. We're gonna mark that on our receipt, and we're gonna be responsible resellers and put this in our reselling receipt envelope. For you number nerds out there, we are going to keep track of how much we've spent in this 3 weeks, and our first little haul here of 34 items, like we said, comes out to $1.25 an item. All right, the washing machine is started. We're going to actually start on some of the clothes that we already have cleaned, that we've had sitting around for a little bit, and hopefully we'll hit our goal of 28 a day. That is how many we need for 200 a week. Let's just get after it. We gotta get going, guys. We gotta get 28 items a day, which is something that you know, we've rarely done. Also, my plan for this series is to update you guys every, like, you know, 3-ish days. So if you guys are wondering about that, I'm not posting every day, just every few days to give you guys an update. And I'm going to give you an update each day, just in little snippets. All right, y'all, it is 6:15 and we started at 4:15. That means it took 2 hours to do 28 bagged and tagged listings. This is 2:17. We started at 189. We actually started over here, but yeah, 189, one before this started. And that makes 28 for the day. So what we're gonna do is we're going to stagger days. So tomorrow morning, I am going to list all the stuff that I took pictures of, and then the pictures that I take tomorrow are going to be listed the next morning, and so on and so forth. Not going to lie though, I feel like for the first day, my process was a little slow. The thing that slowed me down the most was just staging certain types of clothing. You know, if it's a button up, or you know, if it had, like, you know, some pet hair that just wandered onto it, I'd have to, you know, do that, or whatever it may be. Or if it was like a funky garment that lays kind of weird, you kind of have to, like, you know, get it straight and everything. Unfortunately, I feel like that hung me up. I feel like we can definitely do better than 2 hours. You know, if I was just doing like regular old Levi's and t-shirts all day, I could probably go a little bit faster, but hey, we're here for refinement, and yeah. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Day 2. We are super behind. Well, not super behind, but we're behind because our cat Tuna decided that she was going to annoy us all night, and we slept like crap. But here we are. We've got our picture up here on the left screen. We are listing on eBay on the right screen. Let's try to get as many listings done as we can before we leave for the bins in like 25 minutes. Okay, guys, I was only able to get 6 done, so let's get to the bins, and we will do the rest probably over lunchtime. All right, day 2 at the bins. Been hoping to find a lot more shirts today because I've just noticed that shirts are easy to list and all that good stuff, and they're decent money. Looking pretty good so far. We got some, we got a cool vintage sweatshirt in there, some jeans we got to look up, but so far so good. I've never seen fish khakis, but today we do, and these are J. Crew. I'm actually going to take these. I don't know. People love fishing, and J. Crew's are really solid. This is something clothing people might pass up because they don't know the name, but Snap-on is basically top tier tools, mechanics tools especially. So if you're coming across this type of stuff, don't ignore the name. Definitely check it out. I don't know if this jersey is going to be worth anything, but we're definitely going to check it out because of the name alone. All right, we've been digging for a little less than an hour now. We've got a pretty full cart. I'm saying this is more than enough. I definitely have some stuff up top that I'm gonna have to do some brand research on. However, during the beginning, like the bottom of this cart, it's all pretty much stuff that I knew. Like I was like, yes, yes, yes. As long as it's all in good condition, we're taking it. But let's get to work because I'd like to get out of here at an hour and a half total time instead of like two and a half hours like we did yesterday. Well, this is definitely a new brand for me, Judy Blue, out of Los Angeles. This size 15 has 627 sold in the last 90 days, so we're definitely going to go ahead and pick this up. I don't know about Relax Fit, but either way, I mean, oh, okay, we're not picking that up. Dang, I overlooked that. The Hollister Beach Prep Fit shorts had a 100% sell-through rate at 50 something listed and 50 something sold. These are in really good condition. I typically don't take any Hollister stuff, and I've been told not to take Hollister stuff really, but this one's pretty good. I found these new with tags. I think there's 4 or 5 Cruisin' USA bowling shirts. These bowling shirts by the brand are pretty good. These are all blanks, so I figure maybe somebody could do something custom with them, and they're nice and lightweight. I think I'm gonna take a shot, and these are gonna be an easy list as well. I just have to list one, and then we can just make a quantity listing. I might go for these. We'll see actually how much we have at the end, but yeah, I'm thinking we might go. There's kind of like little blemishes. I'm gonna double check these really well too before I get them, but I mean, they are new at tag, like I said, so. We got the vintage 1995 Dr. Seuss sweatshirt in really good shape. However, not a lot have sold in the last 90 days. I think there was 9 or 10 or something like that. Some have gone for some pretty decent money. This one went for 35. This one went for 50. I mean, we'll just see. It's kind of, you know, I don't know. It's not like a crazy graphic or anything. It doesn't have a back hit, but it'll eventually sell for some decent money, I think. Y'all, we may have gotten something good here. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but this is Johnny Was from Neiman Marcus. Brand new with tag, as you guys can obviously see here. There was a really similar one that just sold for $198 pre-owned. Yeah, this is like, it's super similar. Yeah, same tag, kind of the same-ish prints. This is more like a floral style type of thing, but yeah, it's like a linen. It says it's a linen coat, a heavy linen coat. This is definitely interesting. Yeah, it's got like this back print on it too. I don't know. We could have some crazy money here. I'll let you guys know what happens with this. This is pretty cool. I just want to let you guys know that I am passing on this Snap-on jersey because I'm not seeing anything near this style. I'm seeing a bunch of vintage Snap-on stuff. So if you come across some of the older stuff, definitely snag it up. But this newer style, modern stuff is just not going. Only 3 listed of my fish pants and 5 have sold. That's an over 100% sell-through rate, guys. And it looks like they can sell for over 20 bucks. 15 to 25 it looks like, so we're definitely taking these guys. All right, we got a vintage Snoopy sweatshirt. It has the lightest stain. That's probably not even going to pick up on camera, but the lightest stain right there, but I don't think it's going to affect it at all. Look at how cool Snoopy's being. He's just like, what up? I like this. I like this a lot. No back hit, but I think it's good enough for at least 20 to 30 bucks. So, problem. We only have 22 clothing pieces. I'm not going to count these 2 beanies that I found, these 2 Green Bay Packer beanies. These things are in super nice shape and they're both new era, so I know that they will sell for sure. I also got this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a little felt banner thing for the Packers, and they have such a huge following. I have no doubts that that will sell. Somebody will hang it on their wall like so. Kind of neat, but I'm not going to count these towards what we're getting, so we got to go back in and find 6 more pieces. So I find 5 items pretty much right off the rip in like 2 bins. I'm feeling good. I'm like, I got 1 more item left, and I'm still looking for that 1 item like 5 minutes later. Like, come on, just 1 more, just decent little shirt. Okay, what is this? Is this vintage? No, it's not. Dang it. Gildan, yeah, this is not, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of not, because it's, yeah, it's torched. Okay. If it was vintage, I would say yes. Let's see, what are these? This is haunting me, guys. One more item, guys. That's all I need. All right, I'm putting the camera down. We're going to Turbo Raptor Jesus mode into finding this last item. Got it. Ford Pinto t-shirt. Now get me the heck out of here. We are over time that we wanted to be here, so let's get on with it. We are back in the Dirty Dungeon getting ready to wash the clothes that we just got from the bins, and we had $1.37 as our buy total today. We technically had 31 items altogether, but 28 clothing items. We had the 2 Green Bay Packers beanies, and of course that little banner thing. So yeah, 31 items for $1.37. Not too bad, not too bad. A little higher than our first run, but still within, you know, plenty profit margin. But also while I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and get my pictures done, and then I'm going to finish up our listings on the computer afterwards. And let us not forget to put our receipts away in our receipt bag. All right, starting at 2:15 today, let's see how fast we can go. All right, so we improved, but not by a ton, 356. And we had to move down here with a new box because I haven't cleared the shelf yet, which I need to do tomorrow at some point. Also, we still have to finish up the listings on the computer that were photographed yesterday. So let's get on to that. My feet hurt. I was so happy to get that last listing done. I forgot to take video of it on my screen, but our 28 are listed for the day. Let's get this video edited so you guys can see it. Also, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with the vast change of things, but please be sure to hit that like button if you like the series. We'd really appreciate it. Costs you nothing to do. And we'll see you guys on the next episode, whenever that may be. Like I said earlier, we're not entirely sure how often we're going to post, but at least a couple times a week.